Hello, Class 7 DPS Surat. We are back again with another English lesson today. Let's practice writing skills and one of your favorites, story writing. We all have been listening to stories. In fact, we have also tried to write a few. But do we really understand what a story is? Basically, a story is a narrative account of an event or a sequence of events. It can be true or fictional. A story adds emotion, characters, and sensory details to plain facts. That's why a story grabs us, pulls us along its plot, and delivers its key message powerfully. Everyone has a story to tell. We all remember stories from our childhood. We know real life stories from our friends and families. We have read wonderful books and seen memorable movies that have moved us, driven us to tears, or made us laugh out loud. Stories are all around us. Our lives are a collection of stories. So, what is storytelling? Storytelling is the art to tell stories in order to engage an audience. The storyteller conveys a message, information, or knowledge in an entertaining way. There are no fixed recipes for a story, but there are several ingredients which have proven to work. You will learn some of them in this video. When writing a story, we must remember the following points. The heading. The heading of a story is important. It can include the name of the main character, or incident, or a suitable proverb. The heading should evoke interest in the story. The plot. It is important to have a clear idea of the plot. Now, the plot basically describes the events that make up a story or the main part of a story. If necessary, we should make an outline first. Construction. The points in the story should be connected in a natural manner so that the story flows smoothly. Detailing. All details must be filled in imaginatively. Details about actions, gestures, emotions should be such that the story develops well. Dialogues and conversations also help in making the story very natural and real. Conclusion. There should be a climax to raise the level of suspense, or the conclusion should be such that there is some surprise. Language should be simple with correct grammar and expression. Here are some tips for a good story. The opening. Make the opening of a story interesting. Start with a dialogue or an action situation. Capture the reader's interest. The characters. Have 2 or 3 characters. Give them names that suit their personality. Describe how they look and behave through situations. Make them real. In fact, one of the characters could also be the narrator of the story. The settings. This describes when and where the story takes place, the background information. Describe the scene in detail with descriptive sentences, lots of adjectives, and colorful words. The situation. Every story should have a situation that requires solving. It could be an unexpected event or a crisis which needs to be sorted out by the end of the story. The solution, that is the ending. Make the ending interesting, not ordinary. Show how the problem was solved and say something to sum up the story. In your assignment, when you construct a story as per the guidelines which have been provided to you in this video, you can make use of this general checklist to confirm if you have followed all the points to create your story. You can be asked to write a story in 3 ways. First, from a given outline. The points and the plot are provided to you, and you have to construct a story based on that. Second, story based on a moral or a proverb. That is, the moral or a proverb is given to you and you have to illustrate that with a story. For example, a stitch in time saves 9. Third, from an opening sentence which is given to you and you have to create your story based on that sentence. You have to continue the story from there. But in class 7th, we would be focusing on the first way, that is creating a story from a given outline. Please go through this sample outline which has been given in your grammar textbook in case you don't have one with you at the moment. And now for the story which has been constructed from the outline given. The boy who cried wolf. Raju was a naughty young boy who lived in a village. To keep him busy, the villagers sent him out into the fields to look after the sheep. Take good care of the sheep and don't let them stray. And keep a lookout for wolves. If you see a wolf coming near the sheep, shout, "Wolf!" as loudly as you can, and we will come to help you. For several days after that, the boy took the sheep out into the fields and watched them all day. In the evening, he brought them home. Soon, however, Raju grew tired and bored of his job. Nothing interesting happened, and he did not see any wolf. One afternoon, for fun, he decided to cry out, "Wolf!" and see if the villagers really came to help. "Wolf! Wolf!" he shouted at the top of his voice. The villagers heard him and came running with sticks, but they found no wolf. Instead, they saw Raju laughing as he watched their confusion. The villagers were very angry. "Don't you play such tricks again," they said as they walked away. Some days later, the bored young boy decided to play the same trick again. This time, some of the villagers did not come. "He's up to his old tricks," they said, but most of them again ran to help. When they saw no wolf, they scolded Raju. "You play this trick again and we will thrash you," they said. A few days later, Raju noticed that the sheep seemed terrified and he saw a wolf. Frightened, Raju shouted, "Wolf! Wolf! Help!" The villagers heard him, but they did not come to help. Poor Raju watched helplessly as the wolf attacked and killed several sheep. Raju learned his lesson, a sadder but wiser lad. Now, you have to try constructing stories from the outlines which have been provided in the assignment PDF. Prepare a writing skills notebook or you can use loose sheets for the same. See you in the next English class. Goodbye till then.